What's up, guys? Luffy Murdoch here, and here today with chapter 123. Before we reach the main climax, we could take a little detour back to the future when they arrived at Marley Island, whatever it's called. So, yeah, let's get started. Mikasa, starts the chapter off with Mikasa basically saying what in her head. They're on this ship. How off they got their ship, I don't know. But everyone says Eren has changed. I thought the same. But maybe that was wrong. Eren never changed from the start. If that was Eren's true form, I wonder what I'll be seeing. Eren, or part of Eren I'll be seeing. So yeah, everyone's suggesting that Eren's changed a bit. He's like had definitely had like character development and progressed like way more forward as a like main character and the style stuff. A lot of people didn't like him, but progressively got better. But the cast are obviously skeptical, like what he's like and that sort of thing. So everyone gets off the ship and they're basically saying like they're very amazed that this actually is real. There's towns and like no walls around the towns or anything like that. So they're very surprised and their survey begins. So they start off this like dialogue bit and they see a car. And I swear to God, this is actually like this bit of Marley is based around like Victoria. It looks like Victorian times, but they Eldians like Eren, Levi, and that are wearing mafia like type clothing, and they're about to enter Marley and that sort of thing. So yeah, and they get amazed that they think it's a horse or even a cow, but it's actually a car. So they like very amazed about that, and Mikasa tells Eren to stay close to her, and he gets like a bit like shy and a bit confused and says, "Okay, yeah, sure." The whole entire gang get a bit of ice cream, and everyone's like, "What is it?" and that sort of thing. And although one of them's like, they eat it and they're like pretty much get brain freeze. Like it's the first time eating ice cream is so cold, and like really confused. Mikasa gets one, and I think she's eating it a little bit, and then gives it to Eren, and she's like, "Eren, you eat some too." And Mikasa asks Eren if she knows about ice cream, and he knows because of his old man's memories. Eldians from the intimate zone could barely eat it, even though the outside world is so fast. And then Levi manages to pick out a robber who's robbing Sasha's pocket. It's nice to see Sasha back. Very brief, however brief that is. Very nice to see her back. And the guys from Marley assume that there's an immigrant. So then everyone looks at everyone's like a pickpocketer, and they assume he's an immigrant from a different nation or country. And then we get like a brief scene of like everyone crowding around it, the little kids, like it was like it's sort of like a callback to the last chapter where Ymir, everyone points at Ymir and pretty much points at her, saying like she's the one that they picks out and that sort of thing. But everyone's like overreacting, like everyone should throw him overboard, smash his head in, or right hand in instead, or hang him in the streets for everyone to see. And then like number of petty thieves will suddenly go down, and everyone's like they're overdoing it. And Levi, and then the kid's obviously scared. Then Levi, oh no, wait a second. More importantly, if it's an immigrant who's driven out of his country, then he might be the subject of Ymir. In the last few years, every country has been desperately conducting blood tests. After all, it's not like one can sleep at night knowing there's some blood from the devils might end up here. And the kid looks up, and Levi looks at him, he grabs him, and the guy, town folk is saying, hey, what are you doing? Who was it, a pickpocket? He said it was a pickpocket. I just said, it's in your wallet because it belongs to Kid's sister over there. So Levi got the kid out of trouble, thankfully. It's nice to know that, like, it's like key to know and see that, like, even if they don't know this person, it's probably a Malian, like, they're just, like, trying to get him out of trouble. And everyone's like, yeah, it was a pretty complicated family, right? Because, yeah, my little brother ended up causing trouble. What's with that hogwash? Don't play with us. Levi's like, run away, let's go. Causing trouble from already. Where did that brat go? And it goes cuts to like a scene near a mount, like a little rock place. Where did that little brat go? Over there, and he's like happy he got the money. Well, that was just pocket money we got from, I can't really don't know the words. Assumptus, I don't know. Then we cut to like this house bit. Forgive me if I get something wrong this bit. I'm gonna try my best to understand what's going on. So this is what happened. So this is what happened. It is certain that together with the technology advancements of blood tests, the systems of the subjects of Ymir who escaped from the entertainment zone all over the world has been acknowledged and has become an issue. That's actually interesting. So there's more than one sector of Ymir, apparently. Or I don't know, sorry if people know this already, but is there like not just Paradise Islands, there's actually more like land and stuff, like islands and other countries that have the Eldians in it. So that's interesting. I think that's what's being suggested here anyway. At a time when the former Eldian Empire was at its peak prosperity, the fact of having the blood of subjects in Ymir was held as proof of being noble in various countries. With the decline of the empire, the higher-ups of all the countries that were once servile to the Eldian Empire came to the decision to chase them away from their countries. This is the reality faced by Eldians outside the wall. The same goes for the plan of establishing friendships with the other nations. I cannot help you but express how exceedingly difficult that is. So pretty much like they come to a treaty sort of thing, like the Yoroji Hammer from Bucky the Grappler, like it has a treaty with the United States for them to leave him alone. Aliens won't be able to give us that same sort of thing. I mean, if a man could get over a country, then maybe, I don't know, yeah, no, two different worlds, but yeah, it could be very impossible for aliens to get like some sort of peace treaty where they can live and stuff due to the Pact of the Past. Despite I think we all know that the if Eldians were not bound so badly, there'd be no point to the story really, because they could just walk back in. But the fact that they have such a bad reputation around the world and have this devil's blood, and the fact that Ymir, well, they have the blood of the devil from Ymir, apparently when it's from a tree, obviously because we know that now. So people decide to believe in this fake curse, which pretty much screws all the Eldians over from, even if when the Eldian Empire is gone and like they they've developed and like times past that the Eldian people have changed and developed, because obviously where you're from and your environment depends what sort of person you are. They won't have like this sort of like, I don't know, superior race sort of thing towards them, so they won't be the same people. But the fact that the devil's blood stops that from happening. People want to believe the devil's blood curse sort of thing. That stops that from any like peace treaty happening or anything like that, just because of like the conspiracy, and or not a conspiracy really, people believe it, but the fly that they think that they're naturally born evil, and yeah, so that's pretty much the reason why like they can't get a peace treaty or immigrate into other countries. I mean, if I mean, what I have to do is like I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like they can't immigrate due to the fact that people believe in this devil curse, unless they can prove like how the Attack on Titan's made. I think Ymir, unfortunately, like it's not going to come to that conclusion. But I don't think Ymir. I think when Ymir turned into a Titan, she destroyed the tree that created the Titan. So yeah, so that's pretty much out of the window that they can prove that was happened. So they have no choice but to go on a full-on attack. So yeah, and Armin says, but does that mean that if we abandon the path towards the peace, we'll have no other choice but to support Zeke's strategy to entrust their fates in him and sacrifice his story and his children, and her children, sorry. And Hugh, I've had to search up his or she's name due to the fact I could forgot. Yeah, of course, here so that this future can be avoided, and to ask for association of subjects to me because obviously Zeke wants to castrate everyone. So yeah, prosecution and mere subjects or something to take the podium for their first time at the International Forum taking place tomorrow. The origin of this organisation still hasn't been acknowledged. Yeah, first off, we need to proceed cautiously and get to the bottom of it. He's saying this by the way. Furthermore, if our wish is to have an audience with this association that comes true, they make an announcement regarding Paradise's wish. Of course, this lady, I don't know who she is. Of course, us members of the whatever clan shall spare no efforts to assist you towards reaching peace. However, how feasible do you expect it to be? Who says, I get that it's terribly difficult and terribly dangerous as well. However, it doesn't mean that we can't try our best. And in the midst of all of this, Miska obviously asks where Eren is. And she's basically asks to meet Eren. Don't you know that you're the enemy's prime target? Everyone has been searching for you. And Eren's like crying to himself. Mikasa sees the boy, and he asks, "Is that the boy for the market?" Something happened. Eren goes, "No, not yet." What do you mean? This is where those who lost their homes from the war are living. The same place we are. One day our everyday lives suddenly changed, and everything was stolen from us. All of our freedom was stolen. Eren says, "Mikasa, why do you concern yourself with me so much with me? Is it because we're children? You were saved by me as a mere children, or is it because I'm family, huh? Or am I to you?" Mikasa gets a bit shy, and there's not supposed to be like a best love, but no, she just says we are family. So yeah, or you are family, or whatever. And everyone gets drunk basically, and we get to see Mikasa and Sasha and everyone just get drunk and everything. And everyone's having a laugh, and Sasha's trying to feed to get drink. And yeah, it's quite a nice scene. Levi wakes up and sees everyone drunk, with Mikasa, Armin, and Eren lying together, like not together, but lying next to each other. And it's cute because Mikasa's got hands on Eren's like chest, like top shoulder sort of thing. And then we just decide support for the refugees of the subjects of Ymir. We're in this courtroom, and some blonde dude speaking, or whatever, white hair dude. The fact that they are aliens or are dangerous, I can't, sorry, precipitation of the Eldian Empire is irrelevant. They are just poor victims forced in by Eldian Empire's crossbreeding. The ones we should have been despising from the whole time from the start were these island devils. The one who dated are the devils who ran away to that island hundreds of years ago. Iemenes are the devils of that island. And then it says, since that day, Eren disappeared from us. Afterwards, he wrote that he would entrust everything to seek. Next time we met, it was already too late. I wonder if, I think it's Mikasa talking, by the way, if there was ever really a better choice. Perhaps everything was decided from the start. Regardless, I can't help but think if back then I had chosen a different path, things would have turned out differently. So we cut back to everyone, oh here he goes, and the rumbling starts, and we can see this massive spine. I think it's Eren's new founding tag titan forming, and yeah, it looks really sick. So yeah, we can see all the other colossal titans are prepared to stumble across the town. Mikasa says, what is that? This is far too big. It looks like it appeared from where Eren was. This is. And Armin says that Eren's taking control of the founding titan. And he's gathered that Eren is on our side, and that's obvious. And Mikasa and Eren just talking to each other and just saying what's happened really. Even Wall Marie's collapsing, just destroying the Allied forces shouldn't require this much. Just Shingeki needs our wall. Just a few hundred titans should be more enough. To think he'll launch an attack that will make us lose even the walls. If it's just to crush the Allied troops messing in our Mali, if it's just to do that, then this is. And then Eren speaks to everyone, to all the subjects of Ymir. Everyone, and because it's like Eren's voice, my name is Eren Yeager. I'm using the power of the founding titan to stress all of Ymir's subjects. The hardening of the walls present of Paradise Island has come undone. All the titans entrapped within them have started marching. My objective is to protect the people of Paradise Island, the place where I was born and raised. However, the world wishes for the annihilation of the people of Paradise. Their hatred has swollen up for so long that it will certainly not end. Until just the Paradisians, all of the Ymir subjects have been eliminated. I reject this wish. The wall titans shall trample all earth outside this island underfoot, until all life existing there has been eliminated from this world. Jesus Christ, I thought I'll be a bit of a ball ache to review. Wasn't so bad. It's 18 minutes though, very long. So yeah. So it turns out Eren has been planning to destroy the rest of the world basically, and so that Eldians only live on in the world and protect his fellow people. Man, I don't know. Obviously, you could debate whether or not like Eren's plans like good or not, or is it just I can understand why it's happening. I've been rooting for him for a little bit, like ever since like 2 chapters ago when he betrayed Zeke, and yeah, I thought it was like a good plan, but to annihilate the entire world, so it's not really much different from what King Fritz and the other Eldians like hundreds of years ago done. But I know where he's coming from, but it's just I don't know, it's just not going to look good at the end of it. It's pretty sad and tragic that he has to like murder everyone else. And also remember, Mikasa's half Asian, and are they going to go to? Mikasa's family and Levi's like other descendants who crossbreeded with them. So he's going to pretty much kill a bit of Mikasa. So he might think about it every second, think it yet again. And Gabby and like Reina like heard it as well. I think it was Reina anyway. They heard it as well. So yeah, big events coming up in the next couple of like chapters or what have you not in the near future for Attack on Titan, chapter 124 and onwards. Yeah, I can't wait for this to be animated as well. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not as like hyped and amazed because I don't think we found out much about the lore or anything like that in this chapter. I think we just I think it was just like just progressing with the story, but there's no nothing that was like in the lore and stuff. We just learned like more of like the hatred towards like Eldians and like the cursed devil blood and that sort of thing. So yeah, very good chapter, very happy, very interested to see what happens next. I think everyone is. So yeah, anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all good stuff. If you've reached to this end of this video, I really do appreciate it. I know I do know me rambling over like Need for Speed and that sort of thing is not very entertaining, but I don't know, I haven't got a really computer or anything, so this is the best I got, and I can only like voice clip like 10 times at a time. So yeah, anyway guys, thank you very much for watching, love you all, please don't dislike the video and see you next time, peace.